Hello students, today we are going to discuss increasing and decreasing function. So let us understand one term which is called monotonic function. Now what is a monotonic function? A function which has same trend is called monotonic function. Like this is the example of a monotonic function. At the same time this is also a graph of monotonic function. So monotonic function can be increasing or decreasing. Like first one is increasing function and second one is decreasing function. Now this graph is of non-monotonic function. This is increasing as well as decreasing, so we say this is not in uniform trend. Now what is increasing function? By definition we say if we put higher value of x and we get higher values of y, that means if x1 is greater than x2, that means f of x1 is greater than f of x2. That means when we put higher values of x, we get higher values of fx. For example, y is equal to x cube. So this is a monotonic function for all values of real number. So its graph you can see, we put higher values of x, we will get higher values of y. So this is an increasing function. Now as x1 is greater than x2, that means x1 minus x2 greater than 0. Similarly, f of x1 is greater than f of x2, that means f of x1 minus f of x2 is greater than 0. Dividing inequality 2 with inequality 1, that means positive by positive. So result is f of x1 minus f of x2 over x1 minus x2 greater than 0. Now if we take limit both side, and this limit is limit x1 minus x2 approaches to 0, the difference. So this expression resembles with the expression of derivative, in which limit h approaches to 0, f of x plus h minus f of x over x plus h minus x. So we can say by this expression that derivative of this function is greater than 0. Thus we can draw a result that if a function is increasing function, then its derivative is always greater than 0. Similarly, decreasing function has definition: if x1 is greater than x2, the result is reverse, that means f of x1 is less than f of x2. Now x1 minus x2 greater than 0, because x1 is greater than x2, and f of x1 is also minus f of x2 less than 0. So dividing inequality 4 by 3, so this is negative, this is positive, negative over positive is negative, so that f of x1 minus f of x2 upon x1 minus x2 is less than 0. Now again applying limit both side, that limit x1 minus x2 approaches to 0 both side. So we can say again it is resembling with the derivative, so derivative of function is less than 0. Thus we can say that if a function is decreasing, then its derivative is less than 0. So remember, so overall we must remember this, that if a function is increasing, its derivative must be greater than 0, and if a function is decreasing, then its derivative must be less than 0. Now a function is increasing or decreasing if a function is of kind, like we can say this function. So we can't say this is non-monotonic function forever. Sometimes it depends upon interval also, as this is graph of sin x. Now I know that overall sin x is non-monotonic function because it is showing different trends. But if I say from interval 0 to pi by 2, here this graph is monotonic. So in this interval it is monotonic. So we have to be alert that a non-monotonic function can also be monotonic under some condition or some interval. So remember this thing. Now let us understand this with an example, that y is equal to log x. This is a function. We have to check that whether this log x is increasing or not. Now y dash is equal to 1 by x, and as this 1 by x is always positive in this interval for all x belongs to closed interval 3 comma 4, so we can say log x is increasing. Students, remember one thing, that a function is increasing, that means we put greater value of x and we get greater value of y. This is definition, and we have derived that its derivative should be positive. Now after that you should not apply any other theory. Like sometimes students get confused, they say, sir, this function 1 by x, it gives lower value if we put higher values of x. So this should be decreasing function. But they misunderstand this function with the given function. This is not a function, this is derivative. Derivative should be only positive or negative. Remember this. You should not mix function with the derivative. Derivative should be positive or negative. Then function will be increasing or decreasing respectively. So remember this thing. Next is, now what is the difference between increasing and non-decreasing? For this, let us consider this graph. Now neither this function is increasing nor decreasing. This is a constant function. So that means if f dash x is greater than 0, function is only increasing, or practical language says it is strictly increasing. Whereas if the function f dash x, if the derivative f dash x is greater than as well as equal to 0, then function is increasing. That means it is increasing plus non-decreasing also. Same can be treated with strictly decreasing or just decreasing. So equality represent, it can be non-decreasing or non-decreasing, and inequality represents strictly increasing or strictly decreasing. Now y is equal to e raised to the power 2x. Let us check this function on all real number. We can say its derivative is 2 into e raised to the power 2x. So clearly this derivative is always positive for all x belongs to real number. Therefore function is increasing function. Now in the interval 0 to pi by 2, y is equal to sin x. So as y dash is equal to cos x, and cos x is always positive. Now students, remember one thing here, we have not asked about close interval, because we know that the function is about strictly increasing, and if we consider pi by 2, then at pi by 2 cos x is 0 also. So we should avoid this point where derivative is 0. That is why interval is open. So cos x is only greater than 0, that means sin x is strictly increasing in this interval. Now sometimes they don't give us interval, question paper setter. They simply say find the intervals in which the function is increasing or decreasing. So let us do questions of such kind, like we have to find the interval from our side so that the function is increasing or decreasing. Now friends, if we consider the graph of a function which is increasing as well as decreasing, so you can see कि up to here this function is increasing, and after this point this function is decreasing. So between increasing and decreasing, it must get a point where it is neither increasing nor decreasing, and we call that point as critical point. Critical point is that point where its derivative is 0. So algorithm is very much clear. That means I have to find the derivative, I have to put it that derivative is equal to 0, find the critical point 1, 2 or whatever, then make the interval minus infinity to c1, c1 to c2 and c2 to infinity. Remember, intervals are always one more than the number of critical point. And after that we can do we can check the derivative, that whether it is positive or negative in the particular interval. So let us do a question of this kind. Now function is x square plus 2x minus 5. So let's take derivative, which is 2x plus 2. Now put to derivative 0, so x is minus 1. So intervals will be minus 1 to minus infinity to minus 1 and minus 1 to infinity. These two are intervals. Now I have to check this by tabular form. What I am going to do, I am drawing a table having 3 columns. One is interval, second is sign of f dash x, and third is nature of fx. So randomly I am picking any point from first interval, let it be minus 2. If I put x as minus 2, So you can see in the derivative, if I put x as minus 2, so overall it is negative. And as it is negative, so I will write sine of f dash x is negative and nature of fx is decreasing. Down arrow means decreasing. Similarly, for the next interval, if I am putting x as 0, so if I am putting x as 0, so 2 into 0, it is 2. So sine of f dash x is increasing, positive, and function is increasing. So thus how we check the interval and hence nature of function. Let us pick one more function, minus 2x cube minus 9x square minus 12x plus 1. Take the derivative, minus 6x square minus 18x minus 12, then take minus 6 common, and I strongly recommend that always do factorization of your derivative. This will help you in checking the required interval. Now put f dash x 0, so x will be minus 2 and minus 1. So intervals will be 3, minus infinity to minus 2 first, then minus 2 to minus 1, and minus 1 to infinity. Again, as we have done in last question, we are making table. Now first interval, put any point, let it be minus 3. If I am putting x as minus 3 here, now here students we have to keep very one point which is very important, that when you put derivative 0, then sometimes we ignore this and it's okay, we find the critical point. But when we are checking the interval whether it is negative or positive, so then we have to consider this negative again. Like I am putting x as minus 3, that means when minus 3 plus 2, this is negative, minus 3 plus 1 again negative, and 1 negative is this sign. So overall negative, so you have to mention is equal to negative, and the function is decreasing. And here we are not concerned with the actual value, whether you can you put minus 3 or minus 4. So we are concerned with the sign only, remember this. So this we have done. Now next interval, for next interval I am picking say minus 1.5, minus 1.5 we have put here, 1 is negative, minus 1.5 plus 2 positive, and minus 1.5 plus 1 negative. So that means overall it is positive, minus plus minus multiply product of that, and it is increasing. For the last interval, let us put 0 from this interval. Now when you put x is equal to 0, so negative, x is 0 here, positive, x is again 0 in the next bracket, positive. So positive and negative, so overall negative and decreasing. So thus we can confirm that yes, overall it is negative and decreasing function. Now students, maximum time in alternative interval the sign is changing, the trend is changing, that if it is decreasing in first interval, in consecutive interval, in next interval it is increasing, and in next interval it is decreasing. So very rare happens that in the consecutive intervals they are showing same sign and same trend. So one question I am doing of this kind, y is equal to x plus 1 cube into x minus 3 whole cube. So if we take derivative, it is by product rule, x plus 1 whole cube into 3 into x minus 3 whole square plus x minus 3 whole cube into 3 into x plus 1 whole square. Taking common and doing necessary simplification, we are left with this expression, 6 into x plus 1 whole square into x minus 3 whole square into x minus 1. So put y dash is equal to 0. So there are 3 critical points and there are 4 intervals. So now I am checking these 4 intervals one by one. So if I put any one point, say minus 2 from this interval, so you can see minus 2 here and here is not giving any trend because these are squares, so overall it is positive. So when I put x is -2 here, so it is negative. That means overall it is negative and function is decreasing. But now when I put any other point from second interval, let it be 0, because 0 is lying between this interval. Now when I put x is equal to 0 here, so what x is equal to 0 here, so you can see it is again unaffecting the result, because square overall it is positive, and when I put x is equal to 0 here, so that means it is negative. So only this interval is decider, so that again it is negative, and remember it is consecutive interval. Now put any one point, say 2 from third interval. So when I am putting x is equal to 2, so when I put x is equal to 2 here, so again no change here because it is whole square, so positive, and this time also positive, so it is plus, so increasing function. And from the last interval, if I put any point, say 4 in this interval, so you can check when x is equal to 4, first two brackets are giving again same positive sign, and when x is equal to 4 here, it is positive, so overall again positive. So you can see in the two consecutive interval it is negative, and in the next two consecutive interval it is positive. So these are very rare question, but yes, they exist, in which you can say the overall function in consecutive interval is showing same sign. And reason is also very logical, because these three intervals are, being whole square, these are not having hold on the positivity and negativity of the derivative. Rather, this interval or this bracket is the decider, x minus 1. If you observe the table, so before 1 and after 1 result is changing. So due to the shape of this derivative, we can say overall there are only two interval on the basis of increasing and decreasing. So it also happen sometime, so that is why we should remember this. So that's it. So that's all for today. Take care. Have a nice day. Thank you.